Pretty eyes.
I know you wanna see a bitch tonight, but you gotta get free tonight. Ain't a hater that you dim a light. Glisten sky, run those lights. You know you wanna watch pretty eyes see, but you gotta come correctly. Ain't nothing slide for free. Her show is VIP.
Pull your way, pretty eyes. Pull your way, pretty eyes. Pull your way, pretty eyes. Pull your way, put your eyes on me. Put your eyes on me. Put your eyes on me. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So it's day 3 of the Kouri Richins trial. Kouri Richins is accused of murdering her husband with the old fentanyl and, going on to write a children's book about grief because one of her sons was having a hard time. So, yeah. Anyways, we are in the state's case. It is now cross-examination of the state's witness when they collected devices and all that great stuff. So, yeah, the defense will start questioning as soon as we get in there. But, yeah. Alrighty, let's go to court. Do. The heck? Alrighty.
You folks can have a seat as you come in. Thank you. All right, please have a seat. Good morning. Thank you for your patience. We'll begin this morning with cross-examination of Ms. Gibson. Ms. Gibson, you are still under oath.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Ms. Nestor, please proceed.
May it please the court. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ms. Gibson, you and I have met before, but just for purposes of the jury, again, my name is Kathy Nestor, and I do represent Kouri Richins along with my co-counsel. So I wanted to start by just kind of revisiting what we discussed yesterday about your role in this case.
Okay.
So it's my understanding that you are, for purposes of saying it an easy, non-lawyerly way, you're the evidence lady, right?
Yes.
So all the evidence that's in this case kind of comes under your purview, right?
Yes, it does.
And you're responsible for being told when it's located, right?
Correct.
If possible, photographing it where it's found.
Yes.
If not possible, then making a log of where you're told it was found.
Correct.
Keeping those logs, safe and secure, right?
Yes.
Noting on the logs the day it was found, the location it was found, and by whom it was found.
Yes.
Making sure then that it's packaged in a way that it can't be tampered with later.
Yes.
And then storing the evidence in some way that is protected from the public or from tampering.
Yes.
And by the way, where do you store all of your evidence?
In our evidence room in the sheriff's office.
Here, just right across from this courthouse?
Correct.
Right. And that room is locked.
Yes.
And only certain people have access to that room.
Correct.
And whenever anybody goes in or out of that room, they have to sign in, right?
It's a key card access. Yes.
Okay. And then ultimately your goal is throughout the investigation, if someone needs to look at something, they got to go through you and you check it out and let them look at it and then check it back in.
Yes.
Right. And then you also, the plan is at trial, you're going to come with a box and you're going to show it to the jury. Some things they may be able to see, some they may not. But ultimately, you're going to hand all that evidence over to the jury. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Now, there is an exception for some types of evidence. For example, we've heard testimony in this trial about blood and bodily fluids and samples of tissue. You don't maintain those, correct?
What's
Correct.
up, Stu?
Pardon me?
Correct. Sorry, just to clarify, we do have a few items from the medical examiner's office that are stored in evidence.
But not fluid of
No.
nature, right?
No.
Because most of that is maintained by the medical examiner's office, right?
Correct.
Or the labs where those items were shipped.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any other type of evidence that someone other than you has a hold of in this case?
Not that I know of.
All right. So one of the pieces of evidence that you were responsible for gathering in this case included the 911 call. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
And tell us what you did to obtain that call.
I believe I was booked into evidence on a USB.
On a little thumb drive?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever reviewed the USB and made sure that the call was in fact on it?
Yes.
And you verified that that was a true and accurate copy of the call?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, at this point, we would move to admit State's Exhibit 2-40, which is the 911 call in this case.
Is this, forgive me, just so I have context, this is the same as the one we've already heard?
I did a little snippet of it in my opening, but it has not come in yet.
Mr. Bloodworth?
Your Honor, it's Ms.
Oh, my apologies, Ms. Sherman.
That's all right, Your Honor. My objection is based on hearsay. Certainly, there are portions of that call that may be admissible by the defense, but broad swaths of that, the state would object on the basis of hearsay.
Would you folks approve?
Sure.
Already. What kind of outfit she got on? I don't know about all that outfit. While we're waiting, please hit the like, share the live, all that good stuff. Thank you. Come on, sucker mother truckers. I mean, it's evidence for crime's sakes, but I don't understand how it's hearsay, but whatever. Huh. That's weird. I don't usually see mirrors in the courtroom, but all right, whatever. Come on. This is a long fucking sidebar. Freaking sidebar. My bad. Oh my goodness. Can it be over yet? Jeez.
And forgive me. Any other questions about foundation related to Ms. Gibson's receipt or preservation of the 911 number?
Do you recall who you received the 911 call from?
I don't recall off the top of my head, no.
Do you know whether you downloaded it yourself off of a county database?
I wouldn't have access to that. That would only be one of the supervisors in dispatch.
So one of the dispatch people gave you the thumb drive?
I don't know how it got from dispatch to me. It was booked into a locker, I believe,
And what is that?
on our evidence locker. So when it's booked into the sheriff's office, if a deputy books it in, it typically goes into the temporary locker where they drop the key and then we collect it.
Is that what happened in this case? A deputy dropped it off?
I believe so.
How do you typically, in other cases, gather the 911 called for evidence purposes?
It's either that way. Sometimes I will personally request it if the detective asks me to. But either way, it's just taken from the dispatch center and booked into evidence.
So once that thumb drive got into your evidence room, it was maintained safe the way that we just talked about with all your other evidence, right?
I believe so, yes.
So there's no reason to believe that the 911 call that you have would have been tampered with in any way.
Correct.
Okay. I think that's it, Your Honor, unless the court thinks I need more. Okay. We're going to come back to the 911 call later in the trial. Okay.
No,
Court's
that's
indulgence
nothing.
for just a minute.
Wow. You messed up her whole plan there, Judge.
As another part of your duties, and I want to use our language really carefully here, so if you could match my language, that would be helpful, okay?
Okay.
Were there calls between Ms. Richins and her family that you obtained recordings of?
Can you clarify?
On about a weekly basis there for a while, were you downloading calls between Kouri Richins and her family?
Are you talking about jail calls?
Your Honor, move to strike and need to approach.
Oh my Lord, you are just lady. What is this? Gonna be a sidebar day or what? Jeez, Louise. Oh, I gotta put in this thing before it starts fucking up on me. Oh my Lord, have mercy on my soul.
At a time, there are legal issues that come up that I need to discuss with the attorneys at sidebar. This will happen throughout the course of the trial. There's no particular significance to any one of them. Second, please do not consider or speculate at any time during this case or during your deliberations about whether the defendant was or is in custody or was in custody at any time. That is not evidence of anything. You cannot consider that issue for any reason. Ms. Nister, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. There was a time where you downloaded home wave calls. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And those calls, when you would download them, you preserved those calls in the same way that you did all the other evidence, right?
Correct.
So it was kept in the evidence locker. No one could tamper with it or alter it.
Correct.
And some of those calls, there were transcripts made. Were you involved in the making of the transcripts of those calls?
No, I was not.
Okay, thank you. All right. So I'd like to go through with you.
So what's it? Come
kind
on,
of
lady,
a
pick it up.
timeline, I guess is the best word for it,
Okay.
of your activities on this case. And I'm not going to retread what Ms. Shervanak already covered with you. I'm going to try to talk about things that she didn't cover so we don't exhaust the jury, okay?
Okay.
So I want to talk first about the night of Mr. Richins' death when you arrived on the scene. When you arrived on the scene, you did mention there were already people present. Is that right?
Correct.
When you were there, were they still conducting CPR or had they ceased their efforts to try to revive Mr. Richins?
They were not working on him, no.
So at that point, you knew this was going to be a death scene, right?
Correct.
Okay. And was there somebody on the scene that was giving you tasks to complete, or were you just using your best judgment on what you needed to do while you were there?
I was there to assist Detective Woody.
So Detective Woody was the individual that kind of told you what she needed from you at the scene.
Correct.
And when you first arrived, what was it that she said she needed your assistance with?
I don't recall her exact words, but to assist in documenting the bedroom.
Okay. And you did that, right?
Correct.
Okay. And one of the
Yeah.
pictures that you took was admitted yesterday. Just a minute. For purposes of the family, this is going to be a photograph of Mr. Richins' body under the sheet in case they'd like to step out. Can we pull up Exhibit 1-7 that was admitted yesterday and publish it, please?
We can do it first.
Oh, yeah.
Any objection, Ms. Sherman?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll publish that now. One moment. There you go.
Okay. And this is a picture that you testified yesterday that you took. Is that right? That morning?
Correct.
All right. Above the head of Mr. Richins, under the bed, there is a crumpled up sheet. Do you see that?
Yes.
And if you look directly above it to the mattress, this is one of those beds. I'm guessing it's one of those adjustable beds that's divided in the middle.
Yes.
But you can see that there is a sheet on the mattress that's the furthest to the bottom of the picture. And there's not a sheet on the mattress closest to the window. Is that right?
Correct.
And do you have an understanding of why there was no sheet on that mattress?
Yes.
What is your understanding of that?
My understanding was dispatch had instructed Kouri Richins to do CPR on Eric Richins and was then instructed to try to get him on a flatter surface for CPR. In order to do that, especially with a male, they're typically larger in weight, and so she instructed her to pull off the sheet in order to get him off the bed.
So in other words, can't lift the body because it's literally dead weight, right?
Yes.
And so the idea is to undo the sheet from the bed and then pull him down to the ground where you could do CPR on a flat surface.
Correct.
And is that because, I mean, I don't even know if you know, is it not successful to do CPR if you're on a cushy surface because you go up and down, right?
Yeah, it's typically a little bit harder on the person.
Okay. All right. And is it your understanding that the sheet that's crumpled up under the mattress that has no sheet on it, that's the sheet that he was pulled to the ground on?
I believe so.
All right. And did you examine that sheet before it was put into evidence?
I don't recall how much I examined it, but I looked at it.
Do you still have that sheet in evidence?
Yes, we do.
And is there any blood on that sheet?
I believe there was on this.
So if there was testimony here by EMTs that blood did not start coming out until after the EMTs were there, is it fair to assume that the sheet was under Mr. Richins when the EMTs were working on him?
Can you rephrase like the sheet
Well, let me
underneath
ask
him?
this way. Why did you feel that that was an important piece of evidence to gather and keep?
Because it was where he died on.
Perfect. That's what I needed.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. You can take that down, Katie. Thank you. You also, I believe, said that you photographed other areas of the bedroom, right?
Yes.
And one of the photographs that you took, I believe, was the photograph of the nightstand, which was exhibit 1-9.
We'll go with the white
Can you
speck.
please publish that to the jury? Exhibit 1-9. It was admitted yesterday, Your Honor. Oh, thank you. I gotta get a screen on this thing. Okay, and that's the picture that you took as well, right?
Correct.
Now, when you took that picture, there's a wallet on the nightstand.
Yes.
Do you know how that wallet got there?
I believe it was placed there. I don't recall who placed it. It was there when I arrived, but I was told that it was retrieved from the kitchen.
So is it fair to say then that anything under that wallet that might have been residue on the nightstand could have been altered or changed by placing the wallet on the stand that night?
Not by just placing a wallet on top of an object.
Did you ever pick up the wallet and photograph what was underneath it?
Yes, we did.
You did pick up, and where's that photograph?
I believe OME Sessions documented that.
Okay. And did you open the drawers and photograph what was in the drawers of the nightstand?
I don't believe so, no.
Were you aware at that point that a hydrocodone bottle had been removed from one of the drawers?
I didn't know where it had come from, and it was taken with the decedent.
Okay. So you did not take the hydrocodone bottle into your custody?
No.
Did you open it and photograph the inside of it?
I believe that was OME Sessions.
Okay. So you can't testify whether there were pills in it or not at
No.
the time?
No, I cannot.
Did you ever recover that pill bottle back?
No, we did not.
Okay. I thought that was one of the pill bottles you introduced yesterday. Not?
No.
That was a different hydrocodone bottle?
Which hydrocodone bottle are you referring to?
So yesterday you introduced a packet, and you remember we came up and you were trying to
Mhm.
untape the bottle and looked in one of them, but there was
Yeah.
another pill bottle with that one. Where were those taken from?
It's in that same packaging from the master bedroom, the master bathroom, like linen closet area.
Okay, so the hydrocodone bottle you introduced yesterday was found in the bathroom.
I'm going to object. That misstates the evidence.
Would you lay some more foundation, Ms. Nestor?
How do you know where it was found?
I was there that day, and it was found in the bathroom.
Okay.
And
So-
when you say it, for my benefit.
I need clarification.
Yeah,
It's not
could
clear
we,
what-
I need
Okay,
I'm having pronoun trouble here.
let's
Can you
do
be
this.
specific about which item you're referring to?
Let's make it really easy. Let's pull your package out because you
Okay.
still got them with you,
Yes,
right?
I do.
You got your box. Okay. Let's pull out package number. Just a moment.
Grasping at straws, lady.
I shall find it.
Is it 9-1?
I'm looking. Yes. Okay, may I approach, Your Honor, just for a minute? I forgot. I don't have that.
Yeah, of course.
No, this one. Can you take it out? Sorry, make you blow up.
Mm.
Oh, that's Kouri's. Oh, you're right. That's the micro, whatever it is. Monocycline. Okay, sorry.
Okay. So that was my bad. I got the bottles. The bottle you just looked at was something called monocycline or something like that, right?
Yeah,
And that was a prescription for Ms. Richins.
correct.
Okay. So those were found in the bathroom.
Yes,
And that includes the quetiapine.
quetiapine. Correct.
Thank you.
Taker.
Okay. And those were found in the bathroom.
Correct.
And where was the quetiapine bottle found?
It was in one of the baskets that was in that linen closet in the master bathroom.
Okay. So what happened to the hydrocodone bottle that was sent with the body of the decedent?
It's under the medical examiner's office protocol to keep that until they're done.
So you don't have that bottle.
I do not know.
So all we have is a picture of that bottle.
Correct.
So it has never been taken for testing by you to anyone.
Correct.
So if there was fentanyl residue in that empty pill bottle from 2016, we won't know it because you never took it to be tested, right?
I was never given the bottle, no.
Okay. While you were there that day, you also did not take any photos of the kitchen. Is that right?
Correct.
And you did not take any photos of the kitchen sink
Correct.
or what was in it.
Correct.
And you did not take into your custody any items that were in the kitchen sink. Is that right?
Correct.
And you also did not take any pictures of the
That's
closet.
for the detectives.
And later, we've had
Ready?
pictures be introduced. When you did your Matterport walkthrough,
Mhm.
we saw an image of a green jacket
Hey, hood.
where the gummies were kind of
Okay.
sticking out of a pocket. That green jacket, you can't say whether that was there the day that you were there or not.
I cannot. And just to clarify, I did take, I think, 2 photos of the closet, just not that side of the closet.
Okay. So you took photos of, and I'm using this from my experience, but in my house, there's a woman's side of the closet, which is much bigger, and a very small man's side of the closet. Is that the way it was set up in Ms. Richins' house?
I don't recall.
Okay. And you also did not go inside the cabinet over the toilet when you were taking pictures of the bathroom and open the cabinet and see if there were gummies in there, did you?
I did not.
Okay. Also, there was a picture that has
Oh,
come
Lord.
in your Matterport where there was a little dot above the refrigerator where you said that some gummies in a clear plastic bag were found, right?
Correct.
And you didn't go above the kitchen and open that cabinet and take any pictures that morning.
No, I did not. You're referring to the morning of the death.
Correct.
Correct.
Thank you for helping me be specific. I'll try to keep my dates straight. So since you were personally the one who knows where every single thing was found, isn't it true that all the gummies, with the exception of the gummies that were found in the jacket in the closet, were all
Oh,
stored
for fuck's
high
sake.
up where children would not be able to reach them?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. All right. Just 1 second. I think we're going to.
But I don't know why you're so worried about these fucking gummies for.
Oh, you mentioned when you were describing paraphernalia that you did not see any paraphernalia that day. Is that right?
The day of the death?
Yes.
Correct.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm going to get better.
You're
The
fine.
day
You're
of the
good.
death.
Correct.
And you mentioned paraphernalia is things that we might be familiar with, which would be like bongs or vape pens or scales or little baggies you would put drugs in
Oh
or
my
something like that, right?
gosh, lady.
Things that would store drugs.
Correct.
Is it possible that if someone had, in your experience, when you've been to scenes, have you experienced where people put pills in different bottles than what the bottle actually says they are when they're illicit drugs?
Are you talking about like prescription bottles?
Mhm.
Yes.
So if you saw an empty prescription bottle near the body that had expired 6 years before, could that possibly be paraphernalia? If it was used to store illicit drugs?
If it was used to store illicit drugs, it could be considered.
Okay, thank you.
But nobody tested it, so how do we know?
You also,
That's
that
what
day
this-
of the death, you did not go upstairs at all, correct?
Correct.
I need to smoke.
You also did
That's
not
what
go
is driving me
downstairs.
crazy. The way she's asking
Since
questions.
then, you've walked through, viewed, videoed, measured this whole entire house. You're aware now that there's a kitchen downstairs, right?
Correct.
And are you also aware that there was liquor stored downstairs?
I was not.
Did you notice in all these tours that you did and videos that there was
All
an
these
actual
tours?
beer fridge downstairs?
I don't think she did
filled with
tours.
beer?
They're called searches, lady.
On the day of the Matterport, or which day we were?
Any day you were there.
I don't recall.
Did you notice there was liquor bottles in the cabinet in the kitchen downstairs?
I believe there were some. I'm not sure about how many though.
Did you ever photograph any of those?
If I did, it would have been in my overall photographs.
Also, the day of the death when you were taking photographs, did you photograph anything in the kitchen trash?
No, I didn't photograph the kitchen.
All right. Did you notice anything set around the kitchen? For example, cut up limes or drink mixes or anything on the counter? Did you notice any of that?
I didn't enter the kitchen.
Never even went in it.
No.
Thank you for clarifying that. Then I won't waste my time with more questions about the kitchen. Okay. So let's move now to the next time that you were in that house, which my understanding would have been April the 13th of 2022. Is that right?
Correct.
And what was the reason you were there?
We were there to serve a search warrant.
And this is going to seem like a silly question, but I need to make the record. So when you all execute a warrant of a home, do you tell the people in advance, hey, FYI, we're going to be at your house at 9 and we're going to be searching everything you own? Do you do that?
I don't.
No.
No.
As a matter of fact, it's important for searches to be done well and done professionally, that the person not know they're coming, right?
Correct.
And you guys actually take pretty extreme steps to make sure the person's not tipped off that you're about to search their entire house, right?
Correct. But you, just to clarify, I am not law enforcement officer. I'm not sworn, so that's up to the detectives.
I appreciate you making that distinction. I will not suggest
Bam.
otherwise. But you are certainly a critical part of the search process, right?
Correct.
And why is that?
I'm there to document everything and photograph, collect anything of importance.
So really, I mean, you're like the hub of the whole search, right? Like everything's coming to you that they find in that house.
Correct.
All right. So I know you're not a sworn officer. Maybe you don't carry a gun, but you sure are important to the search process. Right?
Correct.
Okay. So knowing that and knowing your role, you would never tip someone off that you were coming to search through all their personal belongings, would you?
No.
And is there any reason that you all believe that Ms. Richins knew in advance you guys were coming to her house?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out if she has any knowledge,
Right.
and then we'll know whether or not it's speculation.
I would just ask like a more precise question. I think and I'm not picking on Ms. Nestor, but I think it was you all, and I think we just need a little more.
Can we just limit the
Detail.
question to
Yes.
Ms. Gibson?
It's a Southern thing.
Yeah.
Y'all is just in my
Okay.
I'm
my
not
blood.
picking on her. I just want to be clear.
I'll try not to
Would
say
you
y'all.
restate the question and limit it to this witness?
I'm happy to. I will try to keep y'all out of my vocab, but it's hard. It's deep in there. Did you have any reason to know that Ms. Richins either suspected there was a search coming or knew there was a search coming?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So what steps did you, not y'all, what step did you take to prepare to go to that house that morning on the 13th?
I just made sure I had enough equipment to bring to the home, whether it be packaging, tape, property seizure forms, stuff like that.
Was there a debriefing prior where all the officers and you talked about how you were going to approach the home, how you were going to approach Ms. Richins, what the plan was once you got there?
I believe there was a briefing beforehand, yes.
Did you attend that briefing?
I don't recall, but I believe I was in there for part of it.
Okay. And how many officers were planning on being at that search, to your recollection?
I couldn't put a number on it. I'm not sure.
Rough estimate of how many people were in that debrief.
She can't
I'd say
remember
at
that
least
far back.
5.
Okay. And when you all got to the
Well, that ain't
scene,
that
did you
many.
drive your own vehicle?
No, I drove a evidence van.
And how many police cars do you remember being at the scene that morning or throughout that day?
I don't recall. I'd say at least a couple.
When you arrived on the scene, was Ms. Richins in the home?
I don't believe so, no.
Did she at some point return to the home, or were you not even involved in that process?
I don't believe I was involved in that process.
So you never even saw her that day?
I don't believe so.
At any point were you asked to go check on the items that were in her vehicle when she was stopped that day?
No.
So you don't know what was in her truck the day that she was pulled over?
No.
And no one ever asked you to like say, hey, these items were in the truck where she was removed from during our search?
I don't believe it. So, and just to clarify, you're referring to the April 13th.
Yes, all
Okay.
these questions are the 13th
Okay.
until they switch, okay?
Okay.
So no one asked you to
Hey, what's
inventory any
up?
of the items in her personal
What's up,
vehicle.
Aztec?
No.
Did the search warrant cover
How
the
goes it?
vehicles in the house?
I believe there were 2 vehicles inside the garages that were included. I'm unaware. I wasn't part of that part of the search during her stop, so I'm unaware.
Okay. Do you remember the weather that day?
It was winter. It was cold.
Oh,
It was really cold, right?
Yep.
Snow on the ground. Remember when we used to have snow in Park City?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
How long were you at the house that day? The 13th.
No shit.
Um,
Remember when we had
I believe
snow
we were
in
there
the
for about a
Utah
half day. We were
period?
there for several hours.
Was there also a member there at the home on that day from the U.S. Postal Service that you can recall?
Yes.
What's his name?
Believe it's Smoot.
Right. Agent Smoot. Why was Agent Smoot there? What was your understanding of his role at the search?
My understanding was pursuant to the search warrant, they were looking for anything that could have been mailed to the house that would have contained drugs or paraphernalia.
Right. And Mr. Smoot works for the Postal Service, so he would be looking for things that were mailed, right?
Correct.
Like illegal drugs.
Yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, did he ever give you any that day to check into evidence, anything that was an illegal drug or a postage that looked like it was connected to illegal drugs?
Not that I ever recall.
All right. Was it your understanding? You okay?
I just need some napkins. Sorry.
Oh,
Ms. Nestor, I have a scheduling conflict at 9:30. Is this an appropriate place
Sure.
to pause?
sure is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is no fault of the attorneys. I have an unavoidable scheduling conflict from 9:30 to 10:30. We didn't want to lose all of that time this morning. We have gotten as much done as we could. We're going to take a recess. Fair reminder, please don't talk about this case or anything related to it. You're free to talk about everything else. Current events, your family's sports, whether the Spurs are actually going to make it to the finals. That's all fair game. But please, no
Spurs?
talking about this case.
the
You are allowed to use your
stars.
personal devices during this recess, but do not use them to post about the case or to do any research, and please avoid any social media or other reports about the case during that time. Thank you for your patience. I promise we'll get back on the record as soon as we can. Please rise for the jury.
Well, that's fucking lame.
Folks, have a seat, please. Ms. Gibson, during this break, like overnight, you are proverbially still on stand. Please isolate yourself. Don't confer with anyone. Okay. The court is in recess until 10:30. Thank you for your time.
They still not back yet? What the fudge? Wow. Well, this is great. Okay, let's go back reading over Kouri Richins' book, because it's great. It's great fun. At least we have something to do. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Okay, here we are. We're back here. We're back. Video, images. I just want to see the reviews, mofos. That's what I'm looking at. Goodreads. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back to the reviews, shall we? Reviews of this damn grief book. Where are they? Ratings and reviews. All right. Okay. I still think this is the best one yet. The book is a killer. It will take your breath away. So good that it's simply murder. The author clearly knows all about death on a deeply intimate level. When I finished, I felt like I'd been poisoned to death with fentanyl by a loved one. It's that powerful. I can honestly say it kicks harder than a Moscow mule. Okay, the next one. Let's see, hold on. The next one says, the classic example of chutzpah is the joke about the man who murders his parents and then demands clemency from the court because he is an orphan. Well, with this book, Kouri Richins has turned her own life into an updated version of that old joke. She murdered her husband, allegedly, but the evidence looks pretty damn slam dunk. And then went out and wrote a book about dealing with the tragic loss in a way you have to admire the absolute nerve of the thing. Oh, people are fucking petty and I love it. Let's see what this says. This book was horrific. The first half is so terribly depressing that I can't imagine anyone would ever read this to a grieving child in good faith. And the illustrations are so bad, the angel dad looks like he is haunting the kid. Nothing about him looks warm or comforting. Oh, also, consider the author just got charged with murdering her husband who inspired this book. Let's see what these comments say. The author has been arrested for killing her husband. Don't suppose you'd be interested in selling it. Yet the deceased husband will haunt his heinous, murderous wife and for eternity now. Yeah. Yeah, if you put on eBay, let us know, as it's otherwise unobtainable, and I'd love to see it. Well, it appears to be sold out everywhere. Laugh out loud. Might you please sell me your copy? Thank you kindly. Um, Another one says, "What an absolute psychopath." I'm getting the kicks. This book, what has should be flagged on Goodreads. I don't know what the flag would be, except when someone murders her husband and writes a book, there should be a flag. Possibly a disclaimer, maybe a red flag. Apparently, I should get a Utah state flag. That's messed up. Don't ever come for us, Utahns. Okay. Okay. Let's see. File under oopsie. Did not read because file under oopsie. Author of children's book on grief, written following the death of her husband, has been charged with the murder, with his murder of said husband. The sequel's gonna be lit. Interesting how all the early reviews of this book give it 5 stars, and later ones give it 1 star. I wonder what changed about the book. Update: the plot thickens. Per legal filings, not only did she maybe murder her husband before that, she may have sold a couple a home filled with high levels of mold, with carnage. The carnage never cease. Will the carnage never cease? Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, let's read the comments on this one. Michelle wrote, "Isn't that terrible? I read the news story yesterday. I prefer it somehow. If I had to choose over the children's picture book writer who was arrested for horrific child abuse, a real friend. I prefer somehow, if I had to choose over the children's book writer and a horrific fan." Oh, yikes. Ah, yes, I heard that. I heard about that. Nonetheless, it appears to be sold out everywhere. This is horrifying, writing a book about grief to then be the one who murdered her husband. How can you do that to someone? Well, apparently you can do that to someone. This author was formerly been charged with the aggravated murder of her husband on May 8th, 2023 by fentanyl poisoning. Per an earlier interview, she stated that she wrote the book a year after her husband's death because she realized their 3 boys were still struggling with what happened to their father. The day after her husband's death, she threw a party at her home with her friends. She was drinking and celebrating and property purchase she made that her husband had been protesting. I'm sure those children will be traumatized for far long than a year after their father's death. Damn. Damn, them poor kids. Them poor kids. Let's see. Please look into the author. She has been charged with the murder of her husband. You know, the man who inspired her to write the book about grief. R.I.P. Eric Richins. Author murdering and writing books out of a thriller with this plot wouldn't work. For sure, this is happening in real life, which proves the reality is stranger than fiction. Very inspiring children's book and great illustrations and a wrongful message. A wonderful message. No, it's wrongful. Perfect thing. I really should be on my best behavior, but that shit's funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So these are the reviews. Yeah, very interesting. Yes. Yes, those are the you know the petty people were gonna come out. So what just tragic. Absolute tragic. And I shouldn't laugh because I may be related to her or her murdered husband, allegedly. But still, like the nerve of you. The nerve of you to allegedly murder your husband and then go on and say that he inspired you to write this book for your children. Like, how dare you? Like the gall, the nerve that you have. She only went to, it was only inspired by him because she couldn't get any money from him. So she had to write the book. Oh, we're back. Woohoo. See, look at that. Look at that. Look how God did. God says, enough of you talking about this. Come on, turn on the freaking sound. Yeah, it is. It really is dark humor. Like I think that's why I'm laughing at it, because the dark
We will
humor.
have
I
you
like
come
dark
back
humor.
tomorrow morning, ready to go at
What?
8:30 a.m.
What?
Between now and then, same instructions. Please do not speak about this case with anyone. Please do not allow anyone to speak about the case to you.
What the
Please
fuck?
do not read, listen to, or watch any reports about this case
Hey,
from any
jury,
source. You just have
jury.
to affirmatively avoid those
Go
things.
ahead and read her
Please
book.
don't do any searches on the internet about this case at all. Thank you for your patience. Please travel safe. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30
You
a.m.
make them come
Please
in.
rise for the jury.
Really? What kind of shit is this? What the hell happened, Judge? Excuse me, Judge. Are you going to fill me in, fucker? I shouldn't say that to the
Ms.
judge.
Gibson, may
My
I
bad,
have
Your
a
Honor.
brief conversation with you? You don't need the bin. You can leave that there for a moment if you want. Mr. Palmer will watch over it for you. You can just step to the podium for a moment. I apologize for this delay. Can you be here ready to go at 8:30 tomorrow morning?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that you are still, in effect, under oath and on the stand, so you cannot confer with anybody about your testimony?
Yes.
All right. Can you follow that instruction?
Yes.
Very good. I'll see you tomorrow morning, ready to go at 8:30.
Okay.
You'll be taking that bin with you, correct?
Yes.
Very good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Bloodworth, anything else on the record today?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Nestor?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. The court is in recess. Thank you for your patience.
And that's a bunch of shit. Well, what the hell? All right, I guess court is done. Ain't that a bunch of shit? I was having too much fun. That's why. That's why. Oh well. Good. I wasn't feeling too good today anyway, so yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. All right. She does look petrified. Well, she looks like she's trying to, like, okay, when the jury leaves, like, she looks petrified. But when the jury's there, it's like she's trying to make herself look innocent, but I can see right through it. But it's what they can prove. That's why the defense is like trying to poke holes through all this stuff, you know. Yeah. So, but anyways, I'll be here tomorrow to watch day 4. Hopefully nothing happens, and I won't have too much fun tomorrow. That way, yeah. But all right. I'm gonna let you guys go. Everybody, let the ones you love and care about know that you love and care about them because tomorrow's not promised. And somebody may try to murder you, you know? All right, bye.